Your resume is not for you, it is for the reader. Resumes. Let's talk about what to include and what to leave out. Sometimes I will see long paragraphs and complete sentences, a lot of words, and not enough of sometimes of the important stuff. So what is the important stuff that you always want to include on your resume? Number one, your experience. But what does that mean? It means the space that you were and or are in. So if you're in sales, what kind of customers are you calling on? If you're in medical sales, what is their specific specialty? This way, whoever's looking at your resume understands where you have the relationships and or what space you have experience in. And the same will apply whether you are in marketing and or engineering. What segment of the industry do you have experience in? This is going to matter to whomever is looking at your resume. And number one, you want to keep in mind the person that is looking at your resume. Your resume is not for you, it is for the reader. And I'm actually going to put reader in quotation marks because nobody actually reads a resume. We glance at a resume. Who is we? Recruiters and hiring managers. We want to quickly glance and understand where you worked, what you did there, what your experience, what space you have that experience in. And this way we can decide whether or not we want to invest more time and then dig a little bit deeper. If we can't quickly glance and understand where you worked, who you called on if you're in sales, or what space and or product type you have experience in, and your achievements, then we have a little bit of a tougher decision. Do I want to invest more of my time trying to figure this out? And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be putting the resume reader, the recruiter and or hiring manager in the position of, you don't want to give them work. Think of it like that. You just want to, do the work by getting your resume nice and tight, by including your experience. Okay, so circling back to that, your responsibilities. And when I say your responsibilities, remember, you only want to include responsibilities that would not be obvious. So sometimes for medical sales candidates, I'll see on their resume, in-service healthcare providers, lunch and learns, educate providers. These are things we know that you're doing. We hope that you're doing these things. So this is an example of something that is obvious that you want to go ahead and leave out of the resume. And then the third must have on your resume are your achievements. Document your success. So if you're in sales, you want your annual percent of quota or your annual year-over-year growth, and you want that for each year for as far back as you have it in each role. Without that, then the hiring manager is going to have a question. What did they do there? Can they sell? Did they have success? Did they continue to have success year over year? Was it just one year that was strong and then they fell off a little bit? And then also include any awards, any accolades that you have. So whatever your industry is, your achievements may look a little bit different, but you definitely want to make sure that they are on there. So what do you want to have on your resume? Your experience, your responsibilities, and your achievements. A lot of times I will see complete sentences, long paragraphs, a lot of text, and these three things that I just mentioned are missing. I can't tell by glancing, even by reading the resume, who this particular candidate called on if they're in sales. Again, that's a lot of what I'm recruiting for, and what their achievements were. I will sometimes even speak to senior candidates, sometimes even in leadership roles, so they themselves have experience interviewing, yet they have no sales numbers on their resume. This always confuses and it surprises me. And it also lets me know something that is very important, not just to recruiters, not just to me, but also to hiring managers. And so keep that in mind, and this should be important to you as well. Awareness. How we do anything is how we do everything. So if you are not thinking in terms of the resume reader, who your resume is for, the hiring manager, when you are revising your resume, then you're not practicing social awareness. Keep in mind, the hiring manager, the recruiter, we want to quickly glance and understand your experience and your achievements, because this then lets us know whether to invest more time, whether we have a potential fit. If any of this information is not easily jumping at us off of the page, then we have to decide, okay, do I want to do some research and look up these companies and or look up these product names so that I can try to figure out what this rep did? No, I actually don't want to do that. So maybe I just want to pass, because if you're not demonstrating this level of self and social awareness when preparing your resume, what are you going to do on the interview? And then what are you going to do in the field? And then what are you going to do with the customers of this company that you're interviewing for? So what you want to leave out of your resume are, in talking about your experience, anything that is obvious. So no lunch and learns, no educating customers. We hope that you did that. No meeting sales goals. That's another thing that you want to leave off. Anything that is not specific. Anything that is not specific, leave out. Anything that is obvious, leave out. And avoid long paragraphs and complete sentences. You want to use bullet points and sentence fragments. Hope that helps. If you got some value from the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.